The Nexus 5 was one of the most beloved smartphones released in the past 2 years, delivering what many Android users believed was the right combination of affordability, performance, and features. 2 years later, it's still getting updated by Google as newer, more powerful handsets have been forgotten and replaced by companies whose goal is to sell hardware, not ensure a great software experience. The Nexus promise is alive and well in the Nexus 5X, an updated successor to the 5, and the cheaper of the two devices released by Google this year, with the other one being the Nexus 6P. With a 5.2-inch 1080p LCD display, a 6-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 chip, and 2 gigs of RAM, the Nexus 5X certainly meets the criteria of today's crop of high-performance mid-range Android phones. But at its core, the Nexus lineup has been about offering a clean, unfettered version of Android to go along with no-frills hardware. There's a lot to like about the Nexus 5X. The screen is sharp and bright, and the phone is usable in just one hand. Like the original Nexus 5, the plastic feels a bit thin and flexible, but these kinds of devices have a habit of being more resilient than expensive-feeling metal and glass smartphones. Some aspects, like the wobbly power and volume buttons, are a reminder of the phone's $500 price tag, but it otherwise feels very solid. Around the back is the 12.3 megapixel camera sensor that has proven to be an incredible shooter, especially for a phone in this price point. Underneath, the Nexus Imprint fingerprint reader is fast, letting you unlock the phone without first turning on the screen. While the fingerprint sensor feels just as fast as the one featured in the iPhone 6s, it's the 5X's camera that really stands out in comparison to Apple's latest smartphones. It may lack optical image stabilization, but the 5X picks up detail, even in low light, that we didn't even know was there, and rivals the iPhone 6s's shooter in some situations. On the software front, Android 6.0 Marshmallow adds a bunch of great features, the most notable being Doze, which helps the 5X's 2700 mAh battery last longer than I expected. Marshmallow is a great update to the Android ecosystem, which we talk about more in our Nexus 6P review. Overall, the Nexus 5X is an impressive mid-range smartphone for a decent price. Its build quality could be better, but that's a minor complaint for a phone that really hits all the right marks.